Hi, I'm Holly Pike. If you'd like a trial of the Generation software that I use for digitizing, please visit trygenerations.com. This video is a recording of a live video I did for my previous students. You may hear references to You Can Digitize or YCD. That's my old website that is now closed. My new website is digitizingschool.com. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Time to do the test. Don't get scared. We're going to do the Redwork artwork now. You know everything you need to know to do a Redwork design. The only question is, how complicated will it be, and what decisions do you need to make during that design? Okay, so let's get started. I need you to watch first, hands up, so that you get it right the first time, okay? Here we go. Okay, guys, Redwork. A couple new things you need to know. We need to bring a piece of artwork in, so that's a new icon for you. The insert image is over here on the side. There's 3 icons. It's the one that looks kind of like a photograph. So you're all watching now, you're not doing anything. I'm going to click that image. It's going to go to my computer. So now I need to navigate to my computer where my things are. To my desktop, to my folder, and here's my artwork. Okay, so wherever you put your artwork for this class, it's on your desktop, wherever it is, and you're going to go to this piece of artwork right here, this one right here with the heart with the arrow. I'm going to double click, and it's going to give me this box. This is the image processing box. You will get this every time you bring a piece of artwork or an image into the software. So this is a box you kind of need to understand. There are 4 ways to bring artwork into Generations. Simple artwork would be for when you want to auto digitize. Scanned image is literally scanning from your scanner, or there are some forms that only come in as a scanned image. A photograph, if you're going to want to digitize a photograph, and then image as template. We're going to use image as template, which is the 4th one. And I'm going to leave all of my other settings alone for this. Resize after inserting, I'm going to leave that checked. It's going to be helpful for you. If you don't have that checked, it's not going to let you resize the artwork after you bring it in. And sometimes when I bring my artwork in, I'm like, oops, I should have brought it in a different size. Okay, so I'm going to leave that checked. Image as template, resize after inserting, and OK. The next thing that opens is the size box. Now let's talk about something. Let's talk about millimeters and inches. Okay? I'm going to move this box over here because we don't need it right now. I'm going to move that over there. When we're talking millimeters, 25 millimeters equals about 1 inch. It's actually 25.4 millimeters equals an inch. Don't worry about the 0.4. 25 millimeters equals 1 inch. Okay? So if you have a 4 by 4 hoop, what does that convert to in millimeters? Do the math. 4 quarters equals what? $1, right? 100 by 100. 25 is easy to multiply. It's easy to divide. So your 4 by 4 hoop is 100 by 100 millimeters. So if you look up here, our design is going to be 84.9 by 70.5. So it's about 3.5 inches by not quite 3 inches. You can do the math using the 25 millimeters. Okay? So 25 millimeters equals approximately 1 inch. 4 by 4 hoop is approximately 100 by 100 millimeters. So we're going to do this design to fit within the 100 by 100 hoop. Now some of you might say, well, how do I know which is width and which is height? I remember it this way. Why are you so tall? So the Y is the height. This way. Okay? X is the width. You're going to need that for your 5x7 hoops when you start working in your 5x7 hoops. So I always remember that why are you so tall tells me how tall this is going to be, how wide this is going to be for the X. Okay, I'm going to wait a minute for any questions on that, because that can be a little bit confusing. Any questions? I don't think it's a real hard concept, but some, it can be tough. What the numbers? Which numbers, hon? These numbers here, these numbers right here, are telling us what the size of the design is going to be, what size we're bringing the artwork in, so what size we're going to be digitizing. Okay? X equals width, Y equals how tall. Okay? You'll need that for later hoops. Okay, anything within 100 by 100. Right now it says 84.9 and 70.5. But anything within 100. So if you want to put, you can put 90, and then just hit the tab, and it'll change it. So let me show you. If I'm going to put a number here, I'm going to put 90 in this box, and I'm going to hit my tab key, and it's going to automatically adjust this number because we have maintain aspect ratio chosen. If I take the larger number and make it 120 and hit tab, it changes this number again. I know it's hard to see on the Facebook one, but you'll be able to see it on the video recording. So take the largest number and make it within your hoop size, hit the tab, and this one will adjust. And then click OK. Hi, Carolyn. Okay, Beth. Okay, so here's our artwork. Our artwork is approximately, if you can see down here, 89.95 by 74.70. All I care is that you get it on the screen, okay? Somewhere in the range of 100 millimeters so that we can work on it, okay? That's all I care about. You're going to bring more artwork in. It's not a problem. We're going to do this a lot, okay? Anybody have any problem bringing the artwork in? Let's do it again. Let's do it together. Ready? We're going to do it together. Insert image. Navigate to your artwork. Maybe you're somewhere like this. So you're going to navigate to your artwork. After you find your artwork for the class, left click and say OK. Okay, now we're going to use image as template, which is the fourth one. Use this one right here, image as template. I'm going to leave everything alone. I'm not touching anything else here, just choosing image as template and leave that checked. That's a default. Okay, when you get there, we're going to click OK, and the next box is going to open up. This number right here is the big number. So we're going to take the big number and we're going to make the big number 90. Hit the Tab key on your computer. And you'll see that it'll automatically change this number. When you get them in the neighborhood of 100 by 100, 100 and 100, click OK. You should now have artwork on your screen with 8 black resizing boxes around it. How are we doing? You all with me? Awesome. Okay, everybody's got artwork. Speak up. Now, if you're just following along and you're going to actually do the lessons with the recordings, that's fine. But if you're working with me live, let me know that you're with me so that you don't get behind and you don't get frustrated. Now, I know some people learn better when they can go a little slower, and that's fine. I have no problems with that at all. Okay, you've got artwork. You're going to insert artwork that way every time, period. You may choose a different option, but that's how you bring artwork in. Okay, awesome. All right. Anytime you bring artwork into the program, you're going to do it with the Insert Image icon that I showed you. Remember, you can hover over the icons and find the one you need. Doesn't have to be a mystery. Have your workspace introduction page open on your desktop so you can look and see where it is with a little guide. Okay, that's inserting an image. Now we're going to go ahead and do the Redwork part, okay? So here we go. We already did straight lines and curved lines, okay? Now what I want you to do is I want you to watch. I want you to watch. So everybody hands up, and I want you to watch. This is the first way you learn is watching. The second way you learn is doing. The third way you learn is teaching. Okay, so I want you to watch. I have the 8 resize boxes around my artwork because that's how it comes in. I'm going to left click away from my artwork. I can go ahead and start digitizing as it is. But I'm going to teach you something that I've just started teaching, and that is to lock your image. To do that, you're going to left click on your image. You're going to go up to the menus to edit, come all the way down to lock image. What that's going to do is, now if I left click and drag, I cannot move my artwork. If I uncheck that and I left click and drag, I can move my artwork. I'm trying to help you prevent the possibility of moving your artwork when you're working and digitizing so that you don't ruin your art, your piece, you're digitizing. Okay, so you're going to want to lock your image. Now, just like we did with the lines and the curves, there is nothing here that you haven't already done. I'm going to go to my 400 view. It's nice and big. I like it that way because now I can see what I'm doing. The lines are really jagged here. Don't let that throw you for a loop. It's just because this isn't a great image. Okay? I'm going to turn on my 3D view because I want to see my thread in 3D so that I can easily get on top of it for the next line. I'm going to take my line tool. It's blue. I'm fine with it being blue for now. You can start anywhere. I'm going to start with a left click, come all the way down here, left click, left, 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 up to here, and I'm either going to double click, double left click, or hit enter. Okay, and it generates the stitch for me. This is your navigator. You can click in your navigator and move around your design easily without having to use the scroll bars. I know a few of my team really love the navigator. I don't use it as much as I should, but it is a really great tool. Okay, now I still have my tool. So I'm going to start right here and use it with a left click first. Using my right clicks, I want to make sure I touch that blue line, and I touch that blue line, and I right click when I get to the end, double left click. Okay? Start right on the blue line, and now with my right clicks, I'm going to work my way. Remember, it's a Bezier curve, so you kind of have to work with it. One thing I like about the generation software is it moves out of your way, and you don't have to use your scroll bars. Takes a little getting used to, particularly with a pen. When I get right here to the point, I'm going to do a left click. Why am I doing a left click? Because I want a sharp point. If I do a right click here, you see what happens? I can't get a nice clean sharp point. So I'm going to do a left click, then come back with right clicks. I'm going a little faster now so I can get this done. I'm going to stop right here on top of the blue line with a left click and enter or a double left click. I'm going to start here with a left click and do the same thing. Just working my way around. Right here I'm going to do a left click again. Remember, a left click. You see how I can get a nice sharp point? If I do a right click, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. So make a left click at the sharp points. I'm going to put a left click there because I want it a little sharper. And end right here on the blue line with a double left or left click and enter. Start right here on the line. On this line. On this line. I'm just touching everywhere. Notice I'm starting from an existing line. That helps you get your bearings and it gives you a cleaner piece of artwork. I'm always starting from an existing line once I have a line on the screen. I'll click my 1-to-1, escape to drop my tool, and right click outside my area. So there's my design, and here's all my pieces, right? I'm going to left click the top one, hold my shift key down, left click the bottom one. Everything is selected. Now remember how we did this before. Everything is selected, everything is touching, everything's cool. We're going to go to View Outline Icon. Everything turns gray. So far, so good. You can either right click on the gray or go to Outline and Merge. Once you merge, everything here disappears. That's good. That's exactly what we want. Now I'll come over here and generate my stitches, and look at that. Everything's all up there in one piece. Now I can unlock my artwork and move it out of the way. And there's your very first Redwork design. Okay? Let's do this. I'm going to delete my design. We have our artwork. Let's do this. Any questions first? Any questions? This completes the instruction part of the simple Redwork module.